Pinocchio is a new exclusive movie streaming on Disney Plus. Remember that animated Disney movie back from 1940? They're doing it again. But is it really a live action remake or is it just a new animated movie with a different skin? When it comes to Pinocchio, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched the animated movie in years. Probably not since I was a young little kid. Not just because the kid getting transformed into a donkey is a scene that's ingrained into my brain for all time and still disturbs me to this day. And yes, that scene is still in the remake, and yes, it is still as horrifying as all heck. So this time around, Robert Zemeckis is at the helm of this Pinocchio story, and he's teaming back up with Tom Hanks, who plays Geppetto. And Tom Hanks in this movie as Geppetto is amazing. He has given it his all, and Tom Hanks' performance as Geppetto and the love that he gives out to Pinocchio is one of the reasons I connect and like Pinocchio in this movie. But it's also not the main reason why. Robert Zemeckis really captures the endearness of Pinocchio. His naiveness, his innocence, his stupidity, for a lack of better word, it's all still intact. And Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, who does the voice of Pinocchio, does a great job bringing the charm to the character. I also really like Joseph Gordon-Levitt as the voice of Jiminy Cricket. I thought he was very well cast in that role as well. All the voice actors across the board, I thought, did a very good job and fit the character as well. Real quick, before we continue with this video, I want to tell you guys about the great folks over at MoviePalette.com. MoviePalette takes a color of every scene from your favorite movie and puts it on a beautiful canvas. Behind me right here, I got their Back to the Future selection hanging up above me, my favorite movie of all time. And MoviePalette.com has thousands of your favorite movies to choose from. And for the wonderful viewers of the Zach Milne Talks Movies YouTube channel, you guys get 15% off of any movie palette of your choice when you go to MoviePalette.com and use the promo code ZachTalks15 at the checkout. That's ZACH Talks 15. Not only will you guys get 15% off of the movie palette of your choice, but you'll also be helping out the Zach Milne Talks Movies channel tremendously. So go to MoviePalette.com and use the promo code ZachTalks15 at the checkout to get 15% off of any movie palette of your choice today. And thank you to the good people over at Movie Palette for partnering up and supporting the Zach Milne Talks Movies YouTube channel. All right, guys, let's get back to the video. Like most of the Disney live-action remakes before, Disney takes that remake part of that sentence very literally. Pinocchio is once again a beat-for-beat retelling of a movie that you've already seen, just in a different animated form. But I'm not gonna lie, because I haven't watched that animated Pinocchio movie in many years for, as mentioned, good reasons, I didn't find that I minded it as much as I did with the other live-action remakes. And Zemeckis does put his own visual style and flair on this retelling of the story. For the most part, I found the visuals in this movie to be fine. I thought they looked perfectly okay. I thought Pinocchio looked really good. I liked the settings. I liked the way that the live action mixed with the animation. I liked the way that Zemeckis used live action settings and real people and meshed them together with the CGI. Sometimes I did find he went a little overboard, especially with the animals. Geppetto has this pet cat that I don't think needed to be animated 100% of the time. And while I like that Zemeckis went with live action settings mixed with CGI, they don't always blend the best. For the most part, visually, I thought this movie looked fine, but there are a couple times in the movie where a scene looks either unfinished or rendered kind of poorly. The sequences when Pinocchio gets to Pleasure Island with all the lost kids in particular had some shoddy moments of visual effects. I did find the use of the musical sequences, the original songs from the original animation that they put into this film, a little bit weird. A character would start to sing and then stop right when it felt like it was getting going. It almost felt like they couldn't make up their minds whether they wanted to use the songs or not use the songs, but then they felt like, well, we have to use the songs, they're classics, so they went halfway with it. It was kind of weird. I didn't like the choice very much. But in the end, I'll say I kind of liked watching Pinocchio. I had fun with it. It's one of the better Disney live action remakes, in my opinion. It's still not anything great. It's not that memorable. I'll put it this way. If you're a grown person, you don't really have any kids, you're living on your own, this is a pretty weak recommend. This is not a must-see, but if you do end up watching it, I don't think you're going to have an awful time. And if you do have a family, you do have kids, well, then this is a pretty solid recommend for them. I think kids can have a lot of fun with this. I think the family will enjoy it. Some of the humor was kind of weak, to be honest. There was chuckle moments, but there wasn't really anything that made me laugh out loud, except for Tom Hanks terrorizing the cat. That was pretty funny. But in the end, guys, the question goes to you. What did you think of Pinocchio? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was mad? Did you hate it? Comment down below. Let me know. I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions about this movie, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.